Four police officers were fired on Thursday following an investigation into a fatal shooting in which officers had fired 24 rounds at an emotionally disturbed man. So now, the incident occurred on April 21st around 9 p.m. when several officers responded to a series of emergency calls about a man running through traffic on a highway. So this person, according to police officers, Nicholas Chavez, who's 27 years old, he was running through traffic and allegedly holding a metal object. So I don't know that for sure. Now, according to Police Chief Art Acevedo, during a press briefing, said that for around 15 minutes, police attempted to stop Chavez from, quote-unquote, harming himself, as police officers shot him with stun guns and beanbags. Wait. Okay, that doesn't make sense here, okay? The officers shot him with 5 cartridges of stun guns and deployed 6 beanbags, all to get him to not harm himself. Hey, man, I really don't want you to harm yourself, so I'm going to harm you. That doesn't make any sense. What is wrong with this picture? I mean, you've got it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So now they justify this by saying, look, he had methamphetamine, amphetamines, and ethanol in the system, right? So, he was on drugs. So, okay, but does this mean that talking him down wasn't an option? Like, did you have to start pelting him with crap? And there's video, and I don't have it, but there is dash cam video. I'll put a link in the description of this video so you can check it out for yourself, right? But look, okay, let's be super, super fair, right? Was taking him down, talking him down an option? I don't know. Could he have harmed others? Possibly. Could he have harmed himself? Well, not more than the police harmed him. The police harmed him a lot more than he could have done to himself. And so, look, maybe he could put other people in danger. Maybe he could put the cops in danger. I don't know. But was there no better way? Because, look, I want to go back to people who, work in places where there are mentally disturbed people, right? They go into episodes, they have behaviors that involve physical violence, and sometimes it's really, really difficult to stop them, right? Well, those people don't get beanbag rounds to shoot. Those people, who deal with those people do not get stun guns, and they certainly do not get regular guns. And that's the other issue, right? Once the stun guns didn't work, then they switched over to using real guns. Remember, the whole thing was about, hey man, this guy could hurt himself, and so we're gonna try to help him out. It went from we're gonna do that to we got to shoot this guy 24 times. 24 times. So now first, they shot Chavez 3 times. That sent him down on the ground, right? He's down. He's not a threat anymore. Okay, he's not a whatever perceived threat. It doesn't matter. He's down. Stop shooting him. But once he was down, they shot him an additional 21 times. They just unloaded on this guy. Unloaded. Now, going back to the police chief, right? So he did this press briefing yesterday, and he said, look, we did an investigation, and we only found that 3 of those shots were objectionably reasonable. So they say, look, the first 3, yeah. Because he was a danger to himself or possibly others. Well, again, you can't be more of a danger to yourself than being shot 3 times by police officers. That doesn't make any sense. But they found that the 21 were objectively unreasonable. So now, as a result, these are fired. These officers were fired. Benjamin LeBlanc, who discharged 2 of the 21 shots, Omar Tapia, who discharged 6, Patrick Rubio, who discharged 6, and Luis Alvaredo, who discharged 7 shots. Now, he said of the body cam footage, I believe that anyone who watches the tape and sees this will see that they had a lot of opportunities and a lot of other options readily available to them that we, as long as I'm police chief of the city, I will expect my officers to take. Let me be clear. It's objectively not reasonable to utilize deadly force when a man's already been shot multiple times, has been tased, has been on the ground, has shown that he really cannot get up. I cannot defend that. And you shouldn't, because it's utterly indefensible. Look, okay, even if he's a potential danger to others, I get it, right? You can't ignore that. There must be something you can do. That something should not include shooting him. I'm just saying, seems like overkill. Massive. Investigators agreed, right? In Old, the coroner reported that he suffered from 29 wounds, skip rounds and bullet fragments entering and exiting. So, well, I mean, if you wanted to stop him from hurting himself, great job. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. You got it. Look, there's got to be a better way, okay? Mental issues in people who are, intoxicated don't deserve to be shot dead, okay? This is the problem, right? Nobody wants anyone to get hurt, right? Nobody wants innocent bystanders to be hurt. Nobody wants police to get hurt, right? But like, and maybe they felt like they had no choice. I don't know, right? The investigation says, well, at least the first shots are justified. And I don't know. But from what I've learned in class from a retired detective, right? So I took a police class. Once you fire your weapon, you discharge that weapon until it's empty, until the threat is neutralized, right? Even when that person's on the ground. Their training dictates that if they're alive, they're a threat. Discharge your weapon. That's why police training is not like equipped to handle people that are on drugs or the mentally ill. Okay? All right? This is why I say, like, we got to defund. We've got to put money into mental health care. We've got to put money into drug treatment programs. Understand that police are not designed to handle this. They were created to protect property. That's it. I mean, even going back to when they were created in the southern slave states, they were there to protect property, white people's property, which happened to be, in a lot of cases, black people. And so that was their origin. You have to understand the origin of police in order to realize why we want to fix that. Okay? And since they were only created to protect property, they were not created with human beings in mind. Okay? And now, for some reason, the majority of Americans are like, oh, no, we should let police handle all these things. Mental health emergencies, call the cops. There are people out there who believe that the cops are going to help you with mental health emergencies. And what happens a lot of the time? That that person having a mental breakdown, or somebody who was autistic, for example, having a meltdown, they end up getting shot and killed. They should not be handling these things. Police should only be protecting property. That's it. Because that's the only thing that they're trained to do. They should not be handling people. They should not be dealing with people. And they should not be militarized. No, what we need to do is demilitarize them, take that additional funding away, right, and scale down what they're supposed to do. You want to have police out there protecting buildings and property, that's fine, right? That's what their job is. That's what they're supposed to do. But when you deal with people suffering from mental issues or drug addiction, that needs to be handled by someone else. That's why we say defund the cops, right? And actually put them, put people who are more trained to handle those situations into handling those situations. Let the cops go back to doing the one thing that they're good at. And use the rest of those resources to actually help humanity so that this kind of stuff does not happen again.